Hello everyone, I'm Renown0. We are back again talking about Dillard calling out the hypocrisy that is being spread by EvS when he was saying that Dillard was absolutely destitute back when he had his incident that happened around Christmas time last year. And he's just setting the record straight for EvS, of course, as EvS was trying to use Dillard as a way to attack YellowFlash, saying that YellowFlash should pay him for, some of the stuff, which YellowFlash did try to give Dillard money and he refused to take the money, but he would continue to work on his comic. But then sometimes he would take some paid work, stop making the comic, and then going back to drawing the comic. And we're going to talk about all that. Just a reminder, today we will be having Vaughn and Coleman on the channel on a live stream to talk about his comic Phenomenova at 2 p.m. Eastern. So come by and have some fun. We'll talk about his comic. Might even talk about some Final Fantasy VII, as he has had some inspiration clearly from that series or that game in question. But first, as always, we're going to be talking about Yaira #1 breaking over 10,000 purchasers with $1,367,000, 7,014 cover A's. There are only 9,000 of the Kane and White cover A's, 3,575 cover B's. There are only going to be 6,000 of these, and 2,725 cover C's. Only going to be 4,000 of these. So get in on those limited print runs. The cover D, of course, will always be the mass print, so that'll always be available, even after the campaigns end and moving forward as the Rippaverse continues to grow. Blade Devil 2, Chains of Blood, sitting at 157k, almost hitting 1,700 backers. I did get every single cover for this because I absolutely enjoyed Blade Devil 1, and I want to see this franchise continue, and I want to see this have more books and more stories being told from Raging Golden Eagle and drawn by ToxicManBaby. If you want to get in on the first issue, Sick Fox Studios Unlimited has the books for you. In any cover you like from book 1, just $10 right here. Of course, Phenomenova, like I said, we're going to be talking about this on a live stream later on. You can see it's currently sitting at 129 backers, $8,420 raised in 6 days. Obviously, the fund goal was only $1,000, but there are multiple covers. You have the main cover here. You got the Tsukisha Rei variant cover. You got the Final Fantasy homage cover, and of course the last cover, the fourth cover, is made by Irene, the individual that did do the ISOM 2 poster, and now she's doing a cover for this gentleman's book. So if you want to get in on all of this, all the links will be in the description. So now we're gonna go over here to this clip where Rethan, confronted by Dillard, the artist for YellowFlash's comic book, about telling his audience he was broke and his family struggling because of YellowFlash. He said he wasn't telling people that. Rethan is also telling Dillard how to run his business. Let's get into the clips.
Here's the thing. I am probably not going to do this draw with Ethan because, to be perfectly fair, it would be disingenuous. I am not financially handicapped right now. I don't need the money. So I would appreciate it, Ethan, if you stop telling people that I'm destitute and needed the money so badly. Now, I do want to get paid. I want to get paid big. But
and for sure, I believe that Diller will get paid big, considering the audience that YellowFlash has garnered, and the fact that he has promoted quite a few indie projects that have YellowFlash himself will definitely be getting a I Want It All purchase from myself. So that's just a big purchase that I will be doing. And Diller's art is fantastic. I would love to get a commission from him one day.
But I am not in dire straits.
Well,
I'm back in my house now. Everything's fine. We have a little bit of the kitchen left to do, but everybody's back in their rooms. Everything's fine. Everything's perfect. And I understand that you got your beef with YellowFlash and you hate YellowFlash, and that's your business. That's not my business.
So yes, he's being cordial with Ethan, telling him that his beef is between them. He just wants to get paid to be a comic artist, and that's what he will do.
But now that you know me and you know my name, and know that I'm not destitute.
Well, hold on a second. I didn't say you were destitute. I showed your clip of you talking about your circumstances due to working with YellowFlash, and have been pretty much quoting you. I don't make any assumptions about your finances, except that you've been working for 6 months, had been working for 6 months, now 10 months, without a paycheck, which would harm anybody's financial circumstances.
And why is that your business? He is the one that accepted the partnership with YellowFlash. It's really none of your business.
These are things that you said. And so I'm quoting you. I've shown you your words, and never made any other assumptions other than that. correct?
No, that's incorrect. Because
Incorrect.
you will go on to extrapolate and expound and say Dillard is destitute. His kids are
I've
hungry.
never used the word destitute or said hungry.
I don't have the clip.
Oh, pull up.
Obviously, he's seen a clip of you saying that. And I'm going to take the word of mouth from someone who hasn't lied to an audience and hasn't lied to their customers and will most likely get his book out before you will.
If you can find a clip where I'm saying Dillard is destitute and his kids are hungry, then I would be interested in seeing it, because I've never used those words. I said that Christmas time came, you were in your backyard without electricity, and Dark Gift Comics provided a Christmas for you and your kids, which is what you guys said and you guys put on the internet. And I place that squarely at the feet of YellowFlash, because from what I understand, well,
why? Well, let's hear what the reasoning is as to why.
Because you were working, and from what I understand, the book that you were working on for him was supposed to.
The results may never come to fruition. I may not get a big payday off of this, but I'm working on it anyway.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I understand, but let me explain. From my perspective, there is no reason why you should be working for free for somebody else on their project.
That is his decision, though. I know that's your opinion. You're allowed to have it, but again, that was Dillard's decision.
That doesn't exist in comics. That shouldn't be happening.
Well, it happens.
I hear you. You're like
it happens a great deal in independent comics.
I know
a great deal. It happens a lot.
Yeah,
and maybe it shouldn't, but it does. It happens a lot.
That's right.
So first it wasn't happening, and then it used to happen a lot more. You see how quick he switched up his words as soon as Dillard confronted him and called him out on it? Interesting how that works.
I didn't work in comics.
Man, you can't. Dillard, all due respect, man. All I'm doing is quoting you and your, live stream, and all that stuff. There is no reason why YellowFlash should be employing anybody without paying them first. It is not okay, man. It's just not cool. I understand you agreed to do it on spec. That might be.
Well, then you agree that it's not YellowFlash employing me.
Oof. Oof.
You're in a partnership with YellowFlash. That's right, where all he had to do was produce a script, and you have to spend 10 months now producing artwork for a book that has not funded yet. You've received no money for the work that he's...
part of it is not producing a script. His part of it is... His part of it is make the script, I do the artwork, and then he sells the book. Because I had a book, I tried to sell my book, it did okay. I would like a book that I work on to do more than okay.
Sure, yeah.
And I...
Sure, yeah. Because you have no rebuttal. You know he's correct. You realize that he's correct.
I can't say that, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, yes, there's people that have a larger audience on YouTube. Again, I've been here for 7 years. I've seen it happen. People that have larger audiences make more money. That's just the sad fact of indie comics. If you have a big audience somewhere, you make more money.
Dillard, you're the only person who's been in a situation like this where, it's an artist working for a larger YouTuber who has not received money during the course of the time that they're working on the book.
Ethan, you just sound like an absolute concern troll. Stop.
None of Eric July's artists would tolerate this. Smiller worked for what's-his-face to get money along the way. Shadiversity. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. It's a very strange thing, and I wouldn't necessarily assume.
Okay, but their terms were different. Eric July runs his business a different way. Shadiversity, or Shad, runs his business a different way. And in this situation, Dillard agreed to the 40%. Both YellowFlash and Dillard agreed to the same thing. So for you to sit up here and act as if you actually cared when the whole time you've been yelling to the high heavens of YellowFlash, pay your artist, you don't get to sit up here and concern troll because you feel like it.
That there is going to be a large enough payday at the end of this for it to make sense to you. And the circumstances... By the way, the 40% what? Can you explain that? Like 40% of what? Like what? You own 40% of what?
Of the book.
What about the IP? Do you own 40%?
Yeah, the book, the IP, yeah.
That means that, okay, so if there's an issue number 2, you own 40% of issue number 2, whether you
Yes.
draw it or not.
Yes.
That's
Oh, here comes the interesting part. You're gonna really listen to Ethan give the worst advice and say one of the dumbest things he's probably ever said online.
Zark Gibb draws issue number 2. I still get 40%.
that is unbelievable.
Don't let Anthony draw number 2.
Ah!
No, you let anybody draw number 2. If that's the deal that Yellow Flash made, you draw issue 1 and then you walk away.
He's telling him to do issue 1 and walk away. That is the dumbest thing you could ever tell someone, especially someone as talented as Dillard. Stop. You look like a fool right now.
I mean,
Why?
that's amazing. Why?
I mean, I guess to take the fullest advantage of my situation, I could do that, but why would I want to do that? I would love it. I love
who
this
wants
story.
to
I think it's
fucking
going to
draw
be
it?
fucking tits. If it blows up, I want to be part of it. I absolutely...
He literally shut down. Ethan shut down for a whole, 30 seconds because he had nothing to say. Because he realized that Dillard just said, nah, man, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? Why would I ruin my reputation? Why would he ruin his reputation by just drawing the first book and then walking away? That would be absolutely dumb. Especially, like he just said, if it blows up, which most likely it will, why would he walk away from a project that's doing so well that he'd have his name on? He would be staking his name and reputation on this book.
Absolutely. 100%.
You already are. You have
Moving
40%
forward, I
of
want to
whether
be
you do
as
work or
involved as
not.
possible.
You already are, dude. You have 40% of the IP. Just walk away from it.
Why?
Holy shit.
I'm a great artist. I want it to be great.
It's almost done, Ethan. It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, none of that is the point. The point is it's almost done. It looks amazing, and John Dillard has not been paid yet. And Yellow Flash made...
And then he has to deflect back to the fact that he hasn't been paid yet. Bro, he's going to get a huge paycheck. I can almost guarantee that he's going to get a huge paycheck from this book. Why are you giving him the worst business advice I've ever heard when it comes to indie comics? You are an absolute clown.
made a real ropey deal with him, evidently. 40% of an unknown number. Should Yellow Flash decide to do this book and actually put it out? Dillard already said, should it? What if it doesn't come to fruition? Dillard has some doubts about that. The book should have launched.
When did
8
Dillard
months
have
ago.
doubts about that?
When you just said earlier.
I said, if it comes to fruition, meaning, and I clarified when you asked, meaning if it makes a bunch of money or not.
Right.
Right, and yeah, you have nothing to say. Like, that's the problem with you. You're an absolute fool. The fact that even an old tweet from January 14, 2024 says it right here, from Dillard himself, this is his own words, after Flash having to say that Diller owns 40% of the book, imagine how much money he will make if it does well, he offered to send the money with a spin. This is all personal business. He can't believe he has to reveal this. 1 out of 2. All of this is true. I am part owner of this book. I consider Flash and I to be business partners. Again, that was his own decision to do that. Although my financial well-being is not his responsibility, he did offer to help multiple times. I appreciate everyone's concern, but I am not destined to. There's no reason he would write this word if it wasn't said somewhere else. If you are concerned about me or my well-being, my DMs are open. Ethan has always been cordial with me, and the comics community has always been appreciative, supportive. I look forward to giving everyone my best work in my book with Yellow Flash. And obviously, based on the clips you just heard, he's trying to give him this terrible, terrible business advice. Terrible business advice. To walk away from a project that he is going to be 40% owner of. That's your advice, Ethan? You are an absolute idiot.
You know what? If you're buying Ethan's shit and you're using, like, money to fucking go after other
money.
Yeah. Are they not? Does Riley not on
I don't know, man.
Salad?
I don't
yeah, you
care
do.
what they
you
do.
But
No,
yeah,
I
but
don't
that's
know.
what they do. Well, you care what the Soka sisters do, but
Yeah,
you
they
don't
make
care
me-
what Mint Salad is doing. She's on your show.
Yeah, I know.
Right? She's on
a
your show,
customer.
but you don't care what she does?
Saska sisters are welcome to buy Cyberfrog to send
Sure
me
they are.
super chats.
And they're not going to be interested in your cybercuck nonsense.
But
They're
you have an
welcome to do
issue with
that.
what they did, right? You had an issue with what
Well,
Poulter
because
did.
they're writing and
You bring up what
editorially
Poulter's
directing
problems were. Poulter was a fucking pervert, and you brought up his shit, right? Right?
No, I didn't. Sheila Aliens
Ooh.
did. But
Yeah, but once
sure.
Sheila Aliens, you've talked about Poulter being a Pulty. You've talked about his little fucking weird stools.
He
Because
sure
that's where I
has.
learned it from. I learned it from you, Dad. I watched it from you, Dad. I learned about all this Poulter shit from you, dude. You know what?
Ooh, Matt Barr pulling out the receipts, pulling out the facts. He did learn all that because I was watching when he was talking about Preston Poulter. I remember that. Here we got Primcado also calling out Ethan as well. Let's get into the clip.
Matt, you just asked me to pull up a bunch of tweets, and I said I don't want to. No, nobody wants to do that. It's
That's
just
what I'm saying. This is
it's a
stupid.
pattern of
I don't want to
observable
either.
I have the
behavior.
receipts.
No,
don't have them anymore. Oh, you're not going to show the proof? Okay, I'm not going to show the proof. Come on.
We
if you
were
got
on here
receipts,
talking
somebody
about you
show
guys
something.
talking, and he decided to come on here and be a
It doesn't
crybaby.
work on me, Ethan. Testy taught me too well.
Okay, nobody's listening to you. We're talking about Matt.
Nobody listens to you either.
I don't know why. We were talking
Trash
about
cast.
Cecil and you and John. We were talking about that. I don't know why it suddenly had to be about me.
Go have to fart to be a person army again, you
Will you shut up?
What? Whatever. How about you stop going to O&A for him? No, Dan told me we gave you his account, you idiot.
Please, let's wait. What?
Please let me talk. I have to be relevant because of everything.
And what they're talking about is this. They're talking about the receipts where he went to Kiwi Farms and asked why is the Kiwi Farms not going after Eric July, and they basically told him that he can F off. So yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're talking about here. It's absolutely crazy. You got G. Promagato saying ask the farms for this. Yes, this is it right here. We have the receipts. So the fact that you want to sit up here and tell Dillard, you telling another artist who's better than you, by the way. I'm not saying that to be hyperbolic. I absolutely believe that. I'm sure there's going to be clowns that'll say that I'm just saying that just to be hyperbolic, or I don't truly believe it. Yes, I do believe Dillard is a much better artist than you. I probably ask him for a commission before I ever ask you for one, but which I have. I have asked Dillard about a commission, and he gave me his price, and I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely thinking about it now. But like I said, you don't get to sit up here and try to tell people what they should do with their business partners. It's his thing, and it's going to be hilarious when it does better than Cyberfrog 3. Probably do better than Cyberfrog 2. Not exactly sure, but we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out when YellowFlash's comic actually releases, and it makes your Cyberfrog books look so garbage. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you did like this video, hit that like button, comment below if you feel about this, subscribe for more content. Consider becoming a member for just $1 a month. If you don't want to spend the buck, that's okay too. I appreciate you for watching the videos and jumping in on the live streams, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.